Okay, what's up, y'all? This is an update on my child support situation. Now, I done went through custody court and all of that bullshit, and the conclusion was this: child support stopped. I got joint legal, physical, sole custody of my 3 daughters. Now, child support stopped. It did, and I kid you not, right after it stopped, the first chance my ex got to get back on welfare, cash aid, or whatever they call that shit now, she did it. And when she went and got on that shit, she told them people that I wasn't around. She had the kids and I wasn't around. Didn't even tell them that we had a custody agreement. So I got a letter from child support saying that they was going to reopen the case on a certain day. So I had to appear in court to talk to the judge about it. I goes to court, she was there, and the judge was pretty much saying what could I afford to pay. And I'm like, we have a joint custody, 50-50. And the judge was like, well, I'm not the original judge, I'm just sitting in, but based on what's going on today, I think about it and I make my decision, and you'll get it in writing. So I'm like, so I explained to the judge, we went through all this custody thing, and I brought the custody order and all that, gave her the custody order. And I'm like, Your Honor, I do what I'm supposed to do with my daughters. I'm a father to my kids. They know me. It's not like I don't see them, I don't have them. I'm like, we spend our time together, but the mother restrict my time with my daughters because she violate the court order every chance she get. Because we supposed to meet halfway for us to make the exchange. She don't do that shit. So I told the judge, and I'm like, Your Honor, it ain't like I'm not doing my part. And the judge like, yeah, whatever. Like she really didn't want to hear what I was saying. And then I'm like, Your Honor, my ex said that the reason why she can't make the appointments is because she's working. How could she be working and get cash aid? You can't work and get cash aid. And the judge was like, well, I looked into that. She's not working. She's taking the classes that DPSS require her to take. And I'm like, well, she told me she was work. She's like, well, you have to take that up with custody. I'm like, all right, okay, all right. After that shit is over with, I tell the judge, I said, Your Honor, I've been on this girl 10 years. She never had or tried to get a job. I said she's well enough and able enough to work. She just won't do it. And I was like, if we continue to provide her with a free way out, she never will go look for a job. And the judge was just like, didn't want to hear what I was saying. So anyway, like a month later, I get a letter in the mail. They reopened the child support case. They was going to start going into my way just immediately. $600 every month again. So I'm like, ain't this about a bitch? Now keep in mind, this was in March, before the coronavirus shit started happening. So I was like, fuck that. I called the worker, the caseworker, the case manager. Can't get back in court. They're not seeing no cases right now. They'll let me know. So I filed the F300 paper and I think F355 to modify my custody order. And what I got this app. It's called Legal Text Collector. This shit is a good app. You can print out your text messages, and you can use them in court. So I printed out all the conversations when she texted me saying the reasons why she couldn't meet me at the halfway point, which is ridiculous because it's obvious that she chose to violate that court order because she didn't want to meet me halfway. Halfway is 186 miles from each one of our houses. So I printed all this shit out. I get the forms and I file them. They send me a letter with a court date. I think it was in April something. Then, before the court date, I get another letter saying that they was postponing it till July because of the coronavirus. July, I get another letter saying that they wasn't going to be able to see the court. They only send certain court cases. In my matter, it wouldn't be seen until further notice. So I'm like, what the fuck? So I call a court. I speak to somebody. And the lady said that, they wasn't seeing because of the coronavirus, whatever. So this was in July I called. And I'm like, then when will I be able to, she was like, our website a update once we able to take court cases in. In the meantime, you would have to have her resubpoenaed and you would have to pay the fees and file again. And I'm like, wait a minute. I haven't even got seen for the first fees I just paid. She's like, well, you're going to have to pay the fees over it, refile and resubpoena her. And I'm like, but my services wasn't met. The first time I paid for everything and I subpoenaed her. But anyway, didn't get nowhere. So I said, okay, how can I win? It's obvious that without a lawyer, they're not trying to hear nothing you saying. So how the fuck can I win? I got a joint custody and I'm still paying child support. And the crazy thing is, the judge asked me, how do I contribute when my daughters is with her? And I was like, well, Your Honor, that's a two-way question. Because how does she contribute when my daughters is with me? And she's like, that's not what I asked you. So I said, I contribute by calling my daughters, speaking to them frequently. You know? And she was like, okay. But anyway, so I'm like, how the fuck can I win? How the fuck can I win if they not taking me serious as an individual? Why I gotta have a fucking lawyer to get hurt? So what I've been doing, as first chance I get, I'm getting her back in court. But what I've been doing, I hope this worked. Every day that she refused to come, I wrote it down. See, I got this tablet right here, and I've been writing down every days. These are all the days where she refused to come in the excuses she had, right? So I just keep writing them down. The last date was on September 4th, 2020, this month. So I'm going to keep calling her, asking her if she going to meet me halfway. She won't text me no more. Because when I sent the subpoena, you got to file all those papers. So she see. Like I was saying before my video cut out, she won't text me because she know I'm using that shit against her. So she tried to call me, will not text. That's cool, because when I text her and she don't respond, that's even better for me because I can let the judge know, hey, look, Your Honor, I reach out and she don't respond. But anyway, man, I hope this worked. If y'all got some suggestions, let me know. Help me out. But that's an update on what's going on so far. So I'm doing this because I had got a comment saying what's the update on my situation and all of that shit. But I got something for the post office that I want to share with everybody. So I'm gonna make that video and I'm gonna put it up. Till the meantime, I'm out.